I don't know if someone of you can relate, but I really struggle when I'm going through a tough time to find any will to interact with people. What really grounds me in those moments are books, reading. It calms me down, it soothes me. And so what we're going to do today is exactly that. I really need some grounding. I really need something tangible that I can hold on without having to interact with the rest of the world. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to open up books. I'm going to open up my boxes for a month of April in the hope that they will bring at least a bit of calm. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Inked Reader. My name is Eva and today I'm opening up the boxes that arrived through the month of April. In April I was in Italy. It was a very rough time. I am feeling quite low. It's gonna be a bit more somber, less smiley video than usual. I'm just going through some family bereavement and it's just very hard. So that's just to say, apologies if I look a bit down. I do feel a bit down, but I definitely, as I said in the intro, find books very grounding, and I am looking forward to opening all of those boxes in order to find tiny bit of joy in a very dark moment of my life. So without further ado, I've got the monthly boxes for FairyLoot. I have my broken binding. I'm still waiting for the Evernight, so I might insert a clip or pop it in the next month unboxing weather. And then I've got a special edition from the Lilac Library, which I never bought before, and a couple of FairyLoot special editions. So without further ado, I think I'm gonna leave this one for last, and then I'm gonna do all the rest first. So we'll start with the broken binding, and of course I find myself without scissors, so I will have to go and grab them. Funnily enough, I recently found in a Chinese cookie a say that says there's nothing permanent in life except for change, but certain things do not change, which is my lack of scissors when I need them.
A few moments later.
Okay, I found scissors and now we can open the box. So this is a new trilogy and I have yet to skip any broken binding, just because they do look great. And I'm actually curious about these because I found the other book by the same author at a charity shop and never reached out for it. So I'm gonna see if I like the writing, and then I can decide what I want to do with the other book by the same author I've got. As usual, I'm gonna quickly open it on camera and then do a close-up while I tell you about the synopsis. And as usual, the broken binding outdone themselves with their packaging, always of quality. Oh, wait a second. I think broken binding. This is the fourth one. Is it a fourth one in the series? Why am I... Yeah. No, apologies. This is the fourth one in the other trilogy that they are doing. This is the fourth and final book in the Rook and Rose series by M.A. Carrick, which is a duet actually of authors. And so this will be the last one, I believe. I was not aware of this and I need to rearrange my shelves accordingly. So a new series by Raymond E. Feast will start next month in May. At this point, I believe, I don't think we're gonna go past the four books. So yeah, I've been deceived by probably myself, just for a lack of information. But let's look at these. I will give you a synopsis of the first book while looking at this still gorgeous copy of a series I've yet to start, I'll admit. I would like to give you a synopsis of the first one. However, I just realized that I am in another room without my phone and without access to Goodreads to read the synopsis of the first one. However, what I do remember of the first one, and apologies because this is the third and last book in a trilogy, is now the fourth book. I just realized that I received only 2 of his books, not 3 as I usually thought. So this is the third and last one in the trilogy, and it's really about a young woman trying to infiltrate polite society to try and con someone into giving her money so she can support her and her sister, and she ends up been in over her head, and it's a political intrigue fantasy from my understanding. I've never read it, so take this with a pinch of salt, and once I read it I will give you a better synopsis, or if you know more about it without spoiling, please let me know in the comments down below. But this is the third and last book in the trilogy. Okay, so let's move on to the two special editions I've got by FairyLoot, and those are things I've ordered probably a while ago. So I've just ordered one sequel in the last couple of months by them. Oh, I know what this is. So this is what it looks like inside. I'm actually, yeah, these I've ordered months ago, and I just love how they are like the aesthetic of, they're kind of Studio Ghibli basically books, and they're based on Studio Ghibli's movies, which are based on books to begin with. So I have here the stunning Kiki's Delivery Service by Iko Kadono. Probably I'm butchering it, and it looks gorgeous. And without further ado, let's delve into a close-up of this stunning shirt. Well, I guess many will be very familiar with these due to the Studio Ghibli movie, but just in case, I'll run through the synopsis. Witch in training Kiki is always up for a challenge, so when her 13th birthday arrives, she's eager to follow a witch tradition of leaving home alone and finding a new place to live that's in need of magic. Kiki lands in the seaside town of Koriko and expects that her special witch's power will easily bring happiness to the townspeople. But gaining the trust of the locals is trickier than she expected. Luckily, with her faithful and funny cat Gigi by her side, Kiki soon discovers that friendship and magic can be found even in the most ordinary of places. Okay, so let's see the other sequel I've got here. No sequel, I mean, I'm assuming it's a sequel or a special edition. I have absolutely no idea. The one I've ordered, I've just ordered a week ago, so it can't be this one. The only one I've ordered in the last couple of months. Not helpful. Oh, yeah, actually this one I didn't order a long time ago. This was probably a month and a half ago, something like the sort. And I caved in and just got myself a copy. A special edition of a book that's been making the rounds around booktube quite a lot. And I said, listen, before I actually become super popular, if it does, and I missed out on what I really like aesthetically wise as an edition, let me purchase it. And worst case scenario, I can always give it to someone else. This is Blood of Hercules by Jasmine Mas. Even the surname is similar to Sarah J. Maas. And I don't know what this is about, but I'm gonna read the synopsis of this stunning copy and tell you the synopsis while we go into a close-up. Okay, let's see if this becomes the next sensations in the romantasy world. The synopsis says, step into the Colosseum at the Spartan War Academy, where monsters are made, immortality is won, and even a god can die. Alexis isn't a hero, and she certainly isn't a god. All she's ever been is a survivor, but the fates disagree. When a blood test leads to her admittance at the Spartan War Academy, she'll have to do more than merely survive. Alexis will have to claim her birthright, immortality. Yet immortality is a privilege, one earned in the crucible of Academy, where the heroes are villains and classrooms battlegrounds. While unyielding gladiators Achilles and Patro hone her into a warrior, her professors, with two brooding heirs to the underworld, haunt her steps and her thoughts. Because where there are gods, there are bound to be monsters, and there is more than one hunting Alexis. Okay, now let's move on to the adult box. This is the adult April box. The scissors just dropped. And the theme is the art of deceit. And I don't think I know this book, so I'll give you a sneak peek. Is there something inside? No. So, shall we start with the pages? For once. Oh, actually it's upside down. And the book is This Monster of Mine by Salini Absekara. I have no idea what this is. I don't think I've heard of this, to be fair, which is not a problem at all. I'm actually going to delve into the synopsis while we have a close-up look at this book. Okay, this sounds delicious. Sarai doesn't know why someone tried to kill her, but she does know that her case was closed without justice. 4 years later, she returns to the scene of a crime with a new face and a new job as a petitor, a prosecutor who can magically detect lies. She's assigned to work with the ice-cold and perennially sadistic Tetrarch Kadra, the most vicious of the 4 judges who ruled the land, and the prime suspect in a string of deaths identical to Sarai's attempted murder. Certain of his guilt and hell-bent on justice, Sarai begins a double life, solving cases with Kadra by day and plotting his ruin by night. But Kadra is charming, and there's something alluring about the wrath he inflicts on the city's corruption. So when the evidence she uncovers embroils her in a deadly political battle, Sarai must also fight against her attraction to Kadra, because despite his hold on her heart, his voice matches the only memory she has of her assailant. A dazzling ancient Rome-inspired fantasy, This Monster of Mine is a bloodbath of manipulation, deception, and forbidden love. It also doesn't hurt that this looks, the naked hardcover looks stunning. Okay, let's now look at the YA instead, which we're gonna have some items, so I'm gonna spend a bit more time on camera opening this up compared to just showing you a close-up. Okay, oh, I already see something that's very exciting, because I was planning to buy something for, I got this for each season apart from summer and spring, so actually I got this for 2 seasons of a year. So I wanted some for the other 2 seasons, and it seems like FairyLoot has fixed these, so let's look at these in a second. And then we got cards and stuff inside. So I'm gonna pop these on my lap and we're gonna look at what's inside. So first of all, love these. I can already tell, but probably this is gonna be my favorite item. These are oven mittens and I really love the pattern of it. It's very springy with flowers, no, candle flowers, hearts and leaves. And these are perfect because, as I said, I was actually looking for something to purchase for my oven during springtime. I like to change my house based on seasons because it has been especially stark as of recent how actually little time we have on this earth. And if you really think about it, depending on how old you are, you might have on average another 40 springs and 40 summers, or maybe 30 or maybe 20 or maybe 50. But if you really think in numbers in terms of how many springs or winters you will have, there are not that many. And so I really enjoy embracing the season and changing a bit of the house decor according to the season to really enjoy it and take the most out of it. So the next we have Found Lady Fortune enamel magnet, which I guess it might be a spoiler for the book. I am not sure if it is. Forgive me. This looks very cool actually. Hope you can see it properly. This looks sick. It's great. Love especially the lid of these. Perfect. It looks great. Oh, this is amazing. This is a pencil case and it looks great. If I'm a bit closer so you can see the details on it, if my camera says that you can. Here you go. And on the back it's pretty much the same. Okay. Love it. I'm actually gonna put this to good use. And oh, we got a vase. Oh god, we got more items than usual. We got the card. I'll tell you what things are about. Then we got Eternal Embrace vase. Oh, I know what this is. I really like those. So these ones are to put plants in. It's a vase of flowers. If you want, I need to buy some fake ones to put inside because, well, let's not get into details now on how I kill sometimes plants. Not all plants, I've got plenty of plants, but some plants I do kill. It's fine. It's very gothic-y. So I'd like to basically put fake plants so I can put them in on my shelves, which are a bit like the light doesn't reach them as much as other points in the house, so plants struggle a bit more. But if I got fake plants to put in, problem solved. So we got that, and then a Diary of Blood book tabs. I am sure I'm already in love with these. I don't even know. I've seen it. I love them so much. So here are book tabs. I'm gonna keep these for my favorite books. It looks sick. FairyLoot. This has been a perfect box. So very quickly before I go into the book, we have the oven mittens. So these ones are inspired by the Poison Heart, which I don't think I've read. The tin pencil case is inspired by Only a Monster by Vanessa Len. I didn't mention that The Poison Heart is by Byron. Then we got the Animal Magnet. This is inspired, it wasn't a spoiler, it's inspired by Foul Lady Fortune. Not spoiler. This is inspired by Devil Blood. This is not inspired by any fandom, it's just a gothic book vase, which I love and it will go very well on my horror shelves. One of the two. And the collectible of the month, which I'm going to show to you in a second, are inspired by Vampire Academy, which is a title I've not heard on in a while. We got Rose and Dimitri from Vampire Academy. I wonder if they're going to do a special edition of it. That I used to really enjoy that series when I was younger. So yes, now let's go into the book and into a close-up of the book. What we got inside. So we got the Fairy School, which I believe is gonna move online very soon. And next month theme is Hexed Hearts. So yeah, do we have a bookmark? Yes, we've got a bookmark. And then we had the book of the month, which I'm pretty sure I've never heard of. And this is Where Shadows Meet by Patrice Caldwell. Very gothic. Very gothic aesthetic. We're gonna go into a second into a close-up and I will let you know about the synopsis. The synopsis is quite complex, however I'm gonna try my best. So it really divided itself into parts, this synopsis. A girl sacrificed her wings for love, and the girl she sacrificed her wings for sacrificed her love for power. It seems like in the process of gaining all the power, the goddess actually lost her life. Fever, I think she's called, has tried and bided her time ever since in order to try and resurrect the goddess she loves. Now, 1,000 years later, we are following Layla, the crown princess of a vampire nation, who must travel to an island to rescue her best friend. And she is accompanied on her mission by Naija, a fierce, beautiful seer, who is the last person that Layla expected her to receive support from. So both of them, they need to go down a dangerous path in order to save Layla's friend. But nothing is as it seems. The closer Layla gets to her goal, the more she risks awakening an ancient evil and destroying everything she holds dear. So I guess at one point the two fables with two stories will intertwine the past with the present. For as long as anyone can remember, the De Luca witches and the wealthy Baryon family have been sworn enemies, ever since the curse that changed their fates forever. Now, if a Baryon falls in love with you, you'll die. But when Penny Amberley's mother becomes the curse's latest victim, Penny must bring together two bitter rivals, Alonso and Cory, in order to save her mom's life and stop the curse for good. But as the trio navigates unpredictable magic, the tangled web of their family histories and complicated attractions, it becomes clear that there are more than dark secrets at play. Can Penny find a way to break the curse without losing her heart in the process? Okay, I believe this is gonna be my first Wending book. It says that a group of friends investigates the mystery of a strange staircase in the woods in this mesmerizing horror novel. 5 high school friends are bonded by an oath to protect one another no matter what. Then, on a camping trip in the middle of the forest, they find something extraordinary, a mysterious staircase to nowhere. One friend walks up and never comes back down, Then the staircase disappears. 20 years later, the staircase has reappeared. Now the group returns to find the lost boy and what lies beyond the staircase in the woods. Well, this sounds very intriguing, to be fair. We are at the start of the show. We got the box by the Lilac Library. This is a romantasy, vampire fantasy that I bought the special edition of. Everything is falling down. What is this? Oh, I have no idea. Okay, let's look at the books and then let's look at what is inside those things. So this is how it is packaged. And says, thank you for supporting a small business. We'll see you again soon. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Crisis alerted. I've got the books. And I'm going to drop the box because clearly my hands not the most secure. Okay. Let's see how they package these. They have great editions. I checked them out. At the moment I didn't purchase anything else from them, but I might in the future when things are different or if I got a series I particularly want. And this is the Lilac Library special editions of, I think it should start like this, The Serpent and the Wings of Night, and the sequel, The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. And love this. I'm gonna keep it. And yes, it looks very, very cool. We've got pictures inside. I'm gonna go into a close-up in a second. Got art in here. Yeah, let's delve into these. Let's do a close-up. This is a series I still have to read. I have not yet started it, and I have a copy of the first one, so I might read the one I have and not touch the special edition, and then might just read the special edition of the second one. But yeah, I've heard so many things about the content of this book, and it sounds like really up my alley in terms of what I usually tend to like in fantasy and romantasy. Let's hope I love these editions because they are truly stunning. Before we do so, let's open this one. Let's start with The Serpent and the Wings of Nights. I love it. They sent like a special letter to us. I'm gonna finish this before my camera dies. What's inside here? There might be some overlays, you know? I think they're just like notes from the author. You put them on the page, and like, you know, there is the number of the page on top, like here. And then you put them on the page and it's like some notes from the author. That's my understanding, which is a very unique idea. I don't know if I'm gonna do it, to be fair. I might though. It's a very unique, original idea. So I really enjoy it, and I think it's the same for the other one. So it's like just additional notes by the author. The Hunger Games meets vampires in this heart-wrenching, epic fantasy romance of dark magic and bloodthirsty intrigue from Sunday Times best-selling author Carissa Broadbent. The adopted human daughter of a night-born vampire king, Raya, carved her place in a war designed to kill her. Her only chance to become something more than prey is to enter the Kejari, a legendary tournament held by the goddess of death herself. But winning won't be easy against the most vicious warriors from all 3 vampire houses. To survive, Oriah is forced to make an alliance with a mysterious rival. Everything about Rehin is dangerous. He's a ruthless vampire, an efficient killer, an enemy of her father's crown, and her greatest competition. Yet, what terrifies Oriah the most is that she finds herself strangely drawn to him. Guys, thank you so much for watching the unboxing. Finally got a smile back on my face. I'm gonna go and just tidy up everything and I'll see you next time. Go well, everyone. Ciao!